Xiao Tian, with extraordinary strength, gets flirted with by the Empress of the Demon Realm. This infuriates him, and he raises his hand in anger. Little did he know, she had more in store. Not long ago, Xiao Tian heard about a woman trapped in his own formation. He hurriedly went to the pig-raising mountain. But when he saw the girl, he was stunned. Isn't this the beggar he encountered on the way to Qingyan town? At this moment, she was tied up with fine golden threads in a rather embarrassing way. Xiao Tian couldn't help but sigh, thinking beggars these days eat too well. The beggar in front of him blushed so much that it seemed blood would drip. Unable to hold back, he scolded Xiao Tian. Regretting his own mistakes, Xiao Tian withdrew his gaze and sighed deeply. It was his fault that this girl suffered. While saying this, Xiao Tian reached for the golden threads. When she saw Xiao Tian trying to untangle the threads with his bare hands, Luo Fenghai was astonished. She exclaimed that the formation was extremely terrifying. If she didn't have a strong demon body and a protective aura, the threads might have already strangled her. In front of her was an ordinary person without cultivation. This is seeking death. But the next moment, a shocking scene unfolded. Xiao Tian used one hand to remove the threads. With the other hand, he supported Luo Fenghai's delicate waist and gently placed her on the ground. Then, Xiao Tian took out a stack of banknotes and said, "It's all because I didn't help you earlier. Otherwise, you wouldn't have resorted to stealing pigs on the mountain, let alone end up trapped in this formation." Luo Fenghai was stunned for a moment and suddenly asked, "Are you very rich?" Xiao Tian pondered for a moment and replied, "I guess you could say that. Since it's like this, how about you take care of me?" Hearing this request, Xiao Tian was momentarily perplexed. Seeing that Luo Fenghai, with her easygoing and confident demeanor, had her binding formation easily broken, she suspected the man was related to the tripartite agreement. At this moment, Xiao Tian was pacing back and forth beside her. He sighed at the declining morality of the world. A good girl would beg for a living, then steal pigs, and finally, without hesitation, sell herself and her soul. Luo Fenghai, seeing that there was no response for quite a while, hastily wiped off the dirt on her face. She lifted her hair and said to Xiao Tian, "I still have some charm." As she spoke, she deliberately adjusted her clothing. Xiao Tian's eyes widened. After removing the stains from her face, she revealed her enchanting face that captivated all. With her figure, she was easily tempting to others. But a clean and sharp hand slapped Luo Fenghai on her forehead. Luo Fenghai immediately crouched on the ground, holding her head, tears welling up in her eyes due to the pain. Her own practiced demonic technique gave her incredible physical resilience. How long has it been since she felt such pain? However, this kind of pain. Luo Fenghai wanted it again. Xiao Tian looked at her, she was shedding tears while eagerly gazing at him. He was shocked, wondering if this girl was a bit crazy. Then, Xiao Tian half-squatted, trying to encourage her, saying that one should strive to live. Facing the sunlight, not giving in to despair. He gently touched her forehead again, saying, "If you have difficulties, you can tell me." Luo Fenghai looked sincerely at Xiao Tian and said, "I just want to experience the feeling of getting something for nothing." After hearing this, Xiao Tian was almost infuriated, clenching his fist and shouting, "Live your life properly and stop thinking foolish thoughts." Luo Fenghai, holding her head and appearing to enjoy it, shook her head slightly in response to Xiao Tian, indicating that she truly couldn't understand. Xiao Tian had originally intended to educate her further, but was suddenly at a loss. Looking at her expectant gaze, Xiao Tian's expression became increasingly strange. Could this girl have awakened a special attribute?